As if $3,500 wasn't enough for the Apple Vision Pro as is, Apple is considering adding on an additional cost. We're talking about a strap. If you paid attention to the demo or the unveiling, you may have seen it in the video. Apple Vision Pro reportedly has a weight problem, and it might cost extra to fix that. Yes, Apple may have to include a separate, or it may sell you a separate strap, which again obviously will cost additional and add more weight to the unit. Well, let's dive into this article. But before I do, if you are new to this video and enjoy the type of content, please do me a huge favor. Hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit that notification bell and hit the like button as well. All right, let's dive into this article. This is an article out of TomsGuide.com. The Apple Vision headset is now a reality on Apple's product roadmap, which means all eyes are on the company's newest innovation. Unfortunately, with all the eyes, the extra eyes means that there are more people to critique the headset and analyze what it can and can't do, including how uncomfortable the Vision Pro is to use over the course of several hours. Yes, that comes into the weight factor of the headset. If you looked at a number of the initial reactions or previews by some YouTubers, they all talked about how the headset was significantly more heavier than other VR headsets in this class here. A new report from Bloomberg's Mark Gurman claimed that Vision Pro testers are struggling with the weight of the headset. Testers reportedly found the headset starts feeling too heavy after a couple of hours of continuous use, while others say that they've experienced a mild motion sickness. Yeah, the motion sickness again is typical of VR AR headsets. I've used VR headsets, and within a few minutes or so, because I don't use them that often, I develop a little bit of sickness. But you have to build up that tolerance over time in order for your body to become accustomed to it. So that's just a typical problem. But in terms of the weight, you're gonna have to build up those neck muscles, do some neck push-ups or exercises in order to, build up that neck muscles in order for you to wear this thing for a couple of hours in order to make it more comfortable for you. But if you're determined to do that, you're gonna have to do that. I'm not gonna do any more exercise. I probably look stupid doing that. But anyway, these are problems that all headsets face. And Gurman notes that the motion sickness testers are experiencing is much less severe than they've experienced with other rubber headsets. Unfortunately, the weight issue makes the Vision Pro a much harder sell, especially from a productivity perspective, where users would no doubt expect to wear the headset for several hours at a time. Yes, during the unveiling, they did show off a number of scenarios where this could be used in the office. You're talking about having to wear this headset for 8 hours a day, considering the weight of it. How uncomfortable would that be for the duration of that time? I mean, having that after a couple of hours, you're starting to feel the fatigue from having to wear it, but having to wear that for 8 hours or more, yeah, that's going to be a problem that users will have to overcome. The Vision Pro's battery pack lasts around 2 hours, but the headset can be connected directly to a power source for a longer period of use. In the years and months leading up to the Vision Pro's announcement, it was suggested that Apple was working on making the headset as light and comfortable as possible. That meant using lighter materials and keeping heavier elements spread out, or as in the case with the battery, completely separate. Yes, if you remember from the demo, the battery is separated from the headset itself. It's not built into the unit. There's a separate cord and it dangles down. You have to put in your back pocket or put in your waistband or pants or somehow. And yeah, if it does run out, like they said, you can't connect that to a separate power cord, which means that you're more tethered to something at that point. There's no evidence that Apple hasn't done this, especially since the battery pack is completely separate from the Vision Pro itself. But the nature of a standalone headset means that things can't be avoided, such as needing the hardware for on-device processing power. Gurman reports that Apple has developed a second strap for the Vision Pro, which goes on top of their wearer's head. Yes, so this is where we get into the meat of this article, where they talk about there's a separate strap that Apple may have to sell you. If you take a look at this picture here, you can see the strap going over his head. That's the additional strap that they're referring to, not this one that goes around the side of the helmet. The glasses. If you look at Apple's product page, in all their product images, they do not show this strap. So it does beg the question, is this a separate accessory that Apple is going to charge you additionally for? I don't know. Considering the prohibitively expensive $3,500 price tag, withholding something as simple as a head strap would just make Apple look cheap. Not only does it not make Apple look cheap, it just makes them look money hungry and just gouging their users for every penny that they can. For something as simple as a strap, there is no way that Apple should consider setting this as a separate, unit altogether. Something like that, as simple as that, should be included in the initial package. Concerning glasses, wearers will also need to purchase special prescription lenses to use the Vision Pro. Yeah, it's talking about those Carl Zeiss lenses that they showed up as well. And those things also will not be cheap. Charging for an extra head strap would likely come across as Apple nickel and diming. To reiterate, when the headset already costs $3,500, you don't want to seem trying to squeeze as much extra cash out of your users as you can. Yes, and then remember the rumors or reports came out that this headset costs around $1,900 to properly make. So they're already getting a very good penny off of it. I know you have to pay for the R&D or whatever, and Apple's trying to hit that $3 trillion market cap at this point. But again, gouging your customers for a strap, a piece of cloth in order to use this device, I can't get with that, and that does not sit well with me. I'm assuming this strap will maybe add a little bit more stability to the headset, or depending on maybe the size of your head, it may be something extra that you need. But I don't like, or I hope for Apple's sake that they don't consider setting this as a separate cost for their consumers. I'm hoping that Apple makes a decision well, here's the deal. People who plan on buying it, maybe pre-ordering it, and even news outlets need to voice their concerns and push back at Apple and say that we do not want this sold separately, included in the package. Then maybe Apple may listen and include that in the package, but we don't know. We'll see. It's also in the company's best interest to ensure users have the best possible experience to give the Vision Pro the best chance at success. Yes, the best chance, because you already have a weight problem. Then you have additional weight with the strap, and of course the $3,500 price tag isn't cheap, and the additional cost for prescription lenses for somebody out there who already wears glasses. So you're looking at $4,000 easily just to jump into the VR AR headset with the Vision Pro. So that is not cheap. That is the price of a used car. Wow, I can't. That's just crazy. The headset is worth this if it's too uncomfortable to use, and concerning comfort issues experienced on other VR headsets, Apple can't afford to scrimp in that department. Yeah, so Apple will not do themselves any favors if they are going to charge you additionally for this strap here. I can see that a lot of people will not like this. I myself don't like this. I don't plan on buying this, but that is something I don't like for consumers out there and for people who are considering this. I feel like that is a bad move by Apple to try to sell you additionally something as simple as a strap. I do hope Apple makes, or if this is true and Apple is considering selling this as a separate device, that Apple has a change of heart and just includes this. But we shall see. We're about maybe 6 to 9 months away from it being released, as it's supposed to come out in early 24. So we'll just stay back and see what happens, in the next few months. See if Apple does the right thing and includes the strap in the package. That is everything I want to talk about in this article. Thank you for taking the time out to watch this video. Let me know what your thoughts are about this. Should Apple consider putting this strap in the initial package, or are you okay with them selling it as a separate cost? Let me know what your thoughts are down in the comment section. Again, thank you for taking time out to watch this video. Do me a huge favor, hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit that notification bell and hit that like button as well if you enjoy this type of content. Also, I am giving away a $100 Amazon Prime gift card. Make sure you check the description down below. Click on that link there to get your chance, enter for your chance to win. Also, if you want to take up to date with the latest tech news, head over to SoundsNerdy.com, where I curate tech news covering Apple, Samsung, Google, Android, computing, and even more general tech news, all at my website at SoundsNerdy.com. And until the next video, guys, stay nerdy.